probably happen right in here in Arkansas. So let's take a look at that progression on the composite reflectivity. Okay, so once again, we've got some storms popping up in Missouri tonight. Most of those will just be some heavy rain and maybe some strong winds. But watch, as we go all the way into Monday, the tail end of that boundary is going to continue to scrape the warm air and moisture advection, and it's going to spark off potentially some big storms down here in Arkansas. Look at this. The latest HRRR shows discrete supercells popping up around 7 p.m. and then going all the way through the overnight hours. So if you're in Little Rock all the way up to Jonesboro, potentially even Memphis, this could be a pretty significant severe weather situation for you, with big hail possible, some isolated tornadoes, and of course some of those downbursts with the damaging winds. Now, I got to be 100% clear here. This is not exactly what the radar is going to look like. We're looking at a model here, okay? This is kind of like a maybe. It's a simulation. It's AI. The Storm Prediction Center, actual smart humans, have extended that slight risk of severe weather all the way down into Dallas, okay? So just because this isn't showing anything for you guys doesn't mean that's the way it's going to play out. However, this is one scenario, and I do think that no matter what, this portion of Arkansas right here is going to have to be dealing with severe weather on Monday night into early Tuesday morning. So make sure you're prepared for that, okay? Once again, big hail, isolated tornadoes. Make sure you have some way of getting weather warnings if you plan on going to sleep before 10 p.m. And of course, if it's needed, I will be live right here on the channel with storm chasers on the ground. So what's causing these storms to happen is, once again, we got a lot of moisture and heat coming up from the south and from the Gulf, but we also have a lot of instability out here. We have a lot of CAPE, convective available potential energy. That's what we're looking at here on this map. The more yellow or red that it gets, the more intense that it gets. And you can see that what's happening here is a lot of that energy is trying its best to go north, but it's getting stuck along that boundary. And that's actually going to be one of the initiation modes that starts our storms over here. So right there you go. That's going to be the fuel behind these storms tomorrow night. But watch what happens as we go later into the night, into the early morning hours. Watch. This is going to try to sneak around and go even further north. Look, by 8 a.m. on Tuesday, it's all the way up into Kansas. I think by 2 or 3 p.m., it'll be all the way up into Iowa. And now we have this huge powder keg of potential energy for storms to form here, and that's going to bring us to Tuesday's severe weather risk. All right, there it is, guys. The latest from the Storm Prediction Center for that day 3 outlook. A massive enhanced risk of severe weather from Iowa all the way down into Texas. This is one of the biggest day 3 enhanced risks of severe weather I've ever seen. So more than likely something significant is going to happen on this day, and let me explain why. Okay, we're looking at the Euro model here, way up in the atmosphere, the 500 millibar winds. First of all, we got a tiny little baby trough here allowing for some lift to occur. That is helping our storms today and tomorrow, and this is also going to bring that little bit of snow up here into Minnesota, possibly later tonight into tomorrow as well. But that's actually going to amplify and eject off to the north and east early